So it occurs to me I've never made a video about my adventure trailer and how it's built. Right now I'm under construction. I'm building another cargo cabinet for the front, and I'm going to give you some information about how this thing's built and what it's made out of. And I got a link to the blog post about the overall construction, and I'll take you on a tour in a minute. So first of all, here's the overall view of the trailer. Now, this is built on a 3x5 $800 trailer that I got from Lowe's. I blacked out the wheels because I didn't like the white wheels. And then I built this frame, which is made out of 2x4s. And every joint that I put on this trailer has construction adhesive and construction screws, so that it will not rattle apart on the road. As you can see, there's room underneath for those large cargo bins. Those contain my fishing rods, extra blankets, sleeping bags, and so forth, extra sleeping bags. Now, this new cabinet that I put on the front, this houses my two 1.5 gallon water jugs, my cooler, and then my large my 8x8 folding canopy, and then 3 folding chairs. Now, many of you might wonder, why is the bottom side open? Why didn't I enclose it? That's because of moisture. Oftentimes when you pack up camp, things will be a little bit damp. And I like the bottom of this thing open so that there's no way you can keep the rain out of it. It's impossible. Between putting the tarp over it and driving and so on, water's going to get on things. Having it open allows it to air out. This provides protection from heavy rain and prevents things from getting soaked, but it allows things to dry out swiftly. Now, this truck box hasn't leaked a drop. This is an old truck box. Now, this is where I put sleeping bags and backpacks and things I don't want to be buried too deep. And obviously you don't want to roll up a down sleeping bag and ruin it. It has to stay loose and fluffy. And so that contains miscellaneous gear that's bulky. And then over here, now this is my father-in-law built this, and this is the cabinet that contains all the gear. And so pots and pans, other pots and pans, throwaway cups and so on, sandwich bags, batteries, miscellaneous, some linens, wash basin, and so forth. And then this was originally designed for iron skillets, but I put this little latch on it and I made it into a spice rack with storage for wine corkers and so on. And over here on the door, I added this paper towel roll that flips up, and then there's the first aid kit, some duct tape. This is a little light, and so this is one of those stick-up lights. And it doesn't want to adhere too well when you're going down the highway, so I pull it off and then I Velcro it here when I arrive at camp, and that gives me some light inside the cabinet in the evening. These two coolers contain the dry goods. It keeps them from getting too hot in the summer. And then over here are dirty things like coffee pots and cooking gear and so forth. So there's the quick tour. I'm not going to show you the bottom, but as you can see, I'm not going to pull all that gear out. But those are those waterproof Bass Pro $50 specials, and they have not leaked. I know a lot of people think, man, when it rains and you're going down the road and the water splashes up, it doesn't get in there at all. That's by the way, that little bag right there, camo bag, is a 3-legged stool. I use that sometimes for emergency seating or for when I go hiking if I want to take a little stool with me when I go on a short hike. So that's the tour of the adventure trailer, and everything I need to go camping is in this thing, so that when I want to go, all I have to do is hitch up and hit the road. I'll put a link to the blog post so you can get more details on my old blog at remitchelljr.com. Thanks for watching. Take care.